Well, hello, my brave and creative friends. Today we're both going to be learning about and drawing mushrooms. Here at the treehouse, it's been raining a lot, which can kind of be a bummer for doing things outside. Unless you're willing to throw on a raincoat and some boots and go look for some mushrooms. Mushrooms love rain. To make our fun little mushroom scene here, all you're gonna need is a pencil, paper, and some markers or whatever else you'd like to color with. If you enjoy my videos, you are going to love our Explorer's drawing guides for kids. These books are packed with step-by-step drawing lessons, amazing fun facts, drawing tips, and even blank journal pages to help you draw what you discover on your own adventures. From wild animals and ocean creatures to cool plants, buzzing bugs, and even awesome dinosaurs. And you can grab your own at the link below. The reason mushrooms seem to magically appear after rain is because they were there the whole time. The main part of the fungus isn't actually the mushroom you see. Mushrooms are kind of like the fruit on a tree, but instead of a tree, they grow from something called a fungus that lives underground. Underground, it looks like a bunch of tiny stringy spider webs or roots called mycelium. When it rains, the wet soil and the cool air tell the fungus it's time, so it pops up a mushroom to spread its tiny spores and make more mushrooms. Okay, so let's do a quick mushroom drawing warm-up. Most mushrooms have three main parts. The cap, which comes in all different colors, shapes, and sizes. The stem, which is like the trunk of a tree and holds it up. And the gills. This is where all those spores are that I mentioned earlier. Now grab yourself a sheet of paper and start practicing. Play around with different cap shapes. Like I said, they come in all different shapes, sizes, so have fun with it. Draw some funky ones. Maybe make a cluster of mushrooms. All different shapes. Let's try drawing one leaning back to add a bit of perspective. And that way we can see those gills. Or you can make it look like it's leaning towards you by rounding off the bottoms of the caps and the stem. All right, so how are we feeling about drawing mushrooms? Good, I think we got a lot of practice in, so now we can start on our full scene. Let's go ahead and start with maybe a pencil so we can get an idea of what the layout is. And I'm gonna start with a big mushroom. I like scale because I think it'll be more interesting. So let's start with a big oval, kind of at an angle. This is gonna be our big main mushroom. Then I'm gonna kind of do a little curves off to the side because I'm gonna make this one kind of feel like a classic mushroom that you see with the big, we have the big spots on it. You can do whatever you want on yours, but that's the kind of mushroom I'm looking for. I want a big one for scale. And then I'm gonna draw the stem, which is gonna kind of come down like this. And I'm gonna figure out where my ground is. Let's say that's where the ground is. All right, so now I'm gonna draw one that's overlapping and it's a different shape, kind of like more of those bell-shaped ones. And then I'm gonna draw another oval, because I like the perspective. So, the gills would kind of go right here. And you could draw the gills however you want. You're making your own types of mushrooms. But then we'll do another little stem down here. Let's make it kind of curve, make it a little more interesting. There you go. And because this one's actually in front, we want to layer them a little bit. So now it looks like there's some depth, or a little bit lower, I should say, than this one. Okay, so we got to do more gills. And then maybe one more. When they come in threes, an odd number, it kind of feels nicer when you're making a composition. So we got the big one here. Let's say a papa mushroom, baby mushroom. Let's do like a mama-sized mushroom here, a little medium-sized one. Maybe another like bell-shaped one. I don't know. And then I'm going to make this one this oval a little bit more open. And that way the angles look a little different. Makes it more interesting. All right, so I'm going to lightly do a little stem here because I think we're gonna need something right here. I'm not completely convinced. So I'm not gonna finish this one off at the bottom here because I think I wanna put something right there. But then again, we're gonna put the little gills, whatever shapes and textures and patterns you wanna put in here, go have fun with it. When we get to color, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So then over here, I think I might just throw in some grass here and there, maybe some overlapping grass so it looks a little bit more interesting. Maybe something over here, but again, let's address this issue because it's looking pretty fun. What do you think we could put right here to make this a little bit more interesting? All good ideas. I think what I'm going to do is go with like a bug, and not just any bug, like a rhinoceros beetle, because I think they look so cool. So first, if I want to kind of figure where that's going to be, let's kind of draw like a football shape over here. Put a line here. And then let's do the rest of the beetle, the underbelly, like that. Oh, it's a little chubby little beetle. And I left a lot of room over here because I want the head to be really big. So if I was to kind of figure out the size, I'd loosely kind of figure it out with the circle. And then by using that circle to the top part, we have that top horn that we can bring down here. And then we can bring the little babyer horn right there and kind of bring this all the way back. Just erase some of that stuff on the inside to clean it up. But overall, I think now I can draw the eye, maybe a little circle right here, and then do the little pupil. Maybe I'll even have a little cutout here for the mouth. And then, you know, it's a bug, so it's going to need 6 legs. And I don't have to go very detailed. I think it might just be kind of fun to go up and then down, and then up and then down, but a little bit further back. And then I'll do another one that's kind of like going forward like that. Perfect. Okay. Now, if you want to give them a little bit more, you can kind of thicken those up if you want, so they don't look so flat. And even if you want, you can put some extra ones back here just to make sure they're a little bit higher so they look like they're off in the distance. And then that way you can add the other legs in the back and it just looks kind of cool. All right, so this is looking really cool. Let's go ahead and grab our black marker or a pen, and then we'll just kind of do our final outlines, and then we can color. Now, just remember when you're doing your black outline that you want to make sure you're not overlapping on different lines. Like the stem, I want that to be in the front. So I'm going to go around that, and I'm going to make my final shape like that. But I need to make sure I don't cross those lines. If I want to avoid that, sometimes I just erase them, and it makes it easier so I don't forget. And just putting on the final little touches right here. We can have maybe some rocks on the ground, little dots. All right, so now I think we're done. Let's go ahead and just grab an eraser. And before we get to color, just go through and erase all the lines underneath so that way we can just go and color it however we want. I got my markers and I'm gonna go ahead and start coloring. You can use whatever you want to color with. I'll see you when we're done. And we are done. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy with how the colors turned out. That was a blast. How did yours turn out? Awesome. Well, I hope you had fun. Now remember, every artist signs their work before they're done, so make sure you sign it. And now it's officially complete. Well, thanks for drawing with me today. This has been so much fun learning about and drawing some mushrooms. I hope your scene turned out amazing. And by the way, I have lots of other fun drawing videos here on this channel if you're not finished drawing. But just in case I don't see you in the next video, always remember, be brave, be creative, and most importantly, be you.